I would have never thought that I would ever be at the point in my life to be able to say that I'm playing my fifth Coachella. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say other than that I'm really really grateful and still can't believe that I get to do this and people show up. It's still a miracle to me every single time I play a show. I still expect to go on and nobody being in front of my stage. I don't think it will ever change. You can create intimacy with a speech. You can connect with the audience no matter if they're the third delay tower right in front of you or where they are. As long as people find a way to latch onto you emotionally, however that happens, musically, with just a speech, with an intimate, quiet song, there's a million ways to do it. I really have to say, I felt so connected to the crowd from the very first second I stepped into my booth. I don't know why that was. I read online that the crowd was really boring from a lot of people, especially weekend one, which sort of has the reputation of not being super energetic. So I had prepared myself for not the most energetic crowd, and from the very first second I stepped up, I saw everybody engaged. So I was like, I don't know, maybe this was the right temperature, the right time, the right slot, whatever that may be. But I felt really connected to the audience that show. I have to really admit that I don't really know what's hot, and I'm not really in the loop. And I noticed this when I talk to people who really are in the loop, and I just noticed that I just don't really know what the pulse of the world is at all times. But what I really do know is what I love and my genuine passions, and that doesn't have to be the zeitgeist of the planet to connect with the audience. I think as somebody in my shoes, it's also my job to take risks, to bring artists that fans either don't know or don't expect, to play the drums, you name it. Do things that aren't necessarily the reason why people came to see me, but possibly leave with a little bit of gained love for live music or orchestra music or whatever that may be. So I think there's a way to be an artist without really necessarily knowing what the world wants. And in some shape or form, it is almost more genuine to not know what may or may not be successful and just do what you really love. And maybe it's not going to connect that moment, but maybe it's going to connect in 3 years or 10 years or 20 years. It doesn't matter as long as you're doing it for the right reason. Eventually, it will find its path to the ears of whoever wants to hear it. Yeah. When I went to concerts throughout my whole life, something I've always hated is when bands or artists didn't want to play their hit music, and that they would only they almost felt too cool to play their big songs. And it always bummed me out because I really wanted to hear them. I was that guy that wanted to have that special moment to hear that song that I've been waiting for. So I love when artists play their hits, to say it blunt. So unless I genuinely forget, which has happened once to my knowledge, where I just genuinely forgot to play Clarity because I played more than one show in one day, and I thought I had already played it, and I didn't. And the DJ after me opened with Clarity, and I was like, well, that's a little weird. And then I was like, wait, I never played it. I will always play my hits. Now, it gets a little tricky at a show like Coachella because my set is really short, and I am trying to fit in a lot of moments. And so I had to cut down some of the songs that I wish I could have played just to make time for the special things that I have prepared for Coachella. But I don't think if you see me anywhere, hopefully I don't change my mind, I don't think you have to worry that I won't play my big songs. I love them the most. I don't get tired of them. I've been playing Clarity every night for 14 or so years. I still get emotional every single time. I played it at a day party and everybody around me was crying. I don't know what's going on, but it feels like Clarity's gotten more emotional over the course of the last few years. And I added a piano interlude intro before the song, and I feel like ever since I did, people started crying. It's we were talking internally, like, we don't really know why, but it seems to have made people emotional. Oh, what makes a song timeless? I mean, this is a question I've been kind of chasing my entire life. It's I I wish I could tell you because I would make way more of them if I could. I think there's a lot of luck and momentum in a song just carrying through a generation or two or more. Um, when I made Clarity, that entire album, I think you can go back to interviews from 15 years ago. I said I'm hoping to make an album that I look back on 20 years from today and be just as proud as the day I made it. And I can't speak for the 20-year mark. I can speak for the 10-year mark when I kind of revisited the entire album in order to play it orchestrally and on piano. And I was so damn proud of it. Like, I was so happy I made all the choices the way I made them, where I did not really look at what was popular in the world. And, I didn't know what people wanted, and neither did I really care because I had no one to disappoint. I didn't really have a fan base. So it's a little bit easier to kind of forget about everyone else. But I just made the music that connected with me. And you're the first instance that has to connect. You can't expect everyone else to connect to something that you genuinely don't connect to. So you got to start with yourself. And then there's just a big universe gamble lottery, and then it either becomes or doesn't become one. I sometimes don't know why certain songs become big and why certain don't, but yeah. What haven't we seen? I haven't scored a full movie yet. It's something that I would love to do, where, however many years I would have to take, I would love to really dive extremely deep into the creation of a score. I would love to score a video game from the ground up and sound design a video game. There is always this thought bubbling in my team of potentially one day doing a full band and performing my music live with a band. Orchestral tours, piano tours. There's a lot of there's way more things I haven't done than things I have done. So I think there's no shortage of ideas. There's just a shortage of time. But it's the most valuable resource we have, so I'm hoping to use it wisely.